think we are live. I think I'm close to being in tune. That sounds pretty good. Substrat CPO. Matt, Diana, Tactical. Coots. Hit Metal Works. Aceless Paul. Knees Hurt. Fred. Fretless Ed. Michael. Vince. And of course Tim. Oh, I gotta close this. What's up, Gary? Skyprop. Retro. Tony. Patrick. What's up, Craig? Larry, Darren, Speaker. What's up, buddy? Guitar Man, Joe, Ford, Star Guitar. What do you mean, what's so loud? The guitar? Is it too loud? Is it over? That better? What's up? Better, yeah. Sounds a little loud though. That sounds better. Cowcat. What's up, Fender? Cowtown. Man, I know, here we are, another Saturday night, right? It's really raining earlier today. Strat Tom says sound is good. I believe him. I know, it's the June of gloom, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is the time of year. I guess a lot of times a year we can get stuck like this, but we have really been stuck in a friggin' pattern. Can't break out of it. Patterns have been just long, and we're just stuck right now with, this doom and gloom pattern. The hell was that? I don't like the sound of that. We losing items? I think it might have been I think it's this little thing. I think it might be that. How's the smoke? It hasn't been bad lately. It was really bad last week. My God, like the yellow skies, But It's more been just rain. There's every day a chance of rain. And today it really rained. It was coming down out there. You bought another guitar? Shame, little guitar shame. It happens. Gotta go a little lower. Better if you do a low bell like that. Big bell. I didn't need another guitar. I didn't need the last 5 guitars I bought. But here we are. Looking at a guitar that I have almost the exact same model, but let's face it, it's not the same color. And it never will be. So yeah, I have 12 Strats, all 1960s, all with the same neck, all with the same pickups, all with the same everything, but damn it, they're different colors, and that's enough. Still though, shame. What's one more? I mean, come on. What guitar is this? This is my EVH. Wolfgang. Is it right there on the headstock? EVH Wolfgang. Hot 96 and humid in Texas. I don't like the sound of that. Emerald green Les Paul Studio. That sounds nice. Is it that metallic? Tell me if we can find something that looks like it. Emerald green, you say, huh? Emerald green Les Paul Gibson Les Paul Studio Emerald Green, part of the Gem series. Look at you. That's Gem with a G. Where's my images? Oh yeah, there we go. So is it like this? Is it any one of these here that you are kind of looking at? Oh, thank you, Fender 1960 CS. Look at you. That's custom shop money right there. Coffee Fund and appreciation for putting up with all us guitar geeks. Absolutely. I very much appreciate that. All right, so where were we? But thank you very much. Gonna get hit by some major heat and humidity in July. I can feel it. Oh my God, I know. Thank God. You know what? My air conditioner is working tip-top. It's in tip-top shape. My wife was even saying, she was, I can't believe how quiet it is now. I said, yeah, because it's working within specs. There's a little flambe to it, yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah, I see the meter going. Yeah. Sounds good. Anyway, that's a good looking one. I feel like that's the classic, yeah. It's a good looking classic, though. Got the studio. The studio. Look at you. Is it an old one, like a 98? Something like that, huh? Know what you got, huh? Ooh, look at that. Someone's got the quilts. Got a touch of the quilts going on there. Amazing how quiet when you don't fix it with a hammer. I tell you, it sounded like a hammer. That compressor was so friggin' loud because it wasn't cooling it off enough. It was out of spec, and that's not good. Now it's like the day I got it. Oh my God, I don't know if you guys can still hear me, but my page crashed. Holy crap. That's not good. That's the first time that's ever happened. Can you still hear me? Check 1 3. We still going? It didn't say I went out. That's crazy. What the hell? Come on, YouTube. How can we be this far into the process and you're having hiccups? Loud and clear. Good to hear it. Still live, and there wasn't probably a little hiccup, maybe. Glitch in the Matrix, and I'm back now. Jesus. It's only... If only it was run by a giant, multi-billion-dollar, conglomerate. What the hell's a surfer? Where's my service? Anyway. So we'll get the main topic out of the way. We're 15 minutes in. Other than the weather. We'll get into the main topic, which is how often you play guitar. It kind of came up recently in a forum, and it's sort of interesting just how varied the answers are. I'd be lying if I said I played guitar every day. And in fact, without the live show, I could probably go through periods, like long periods, like without playing guitar. The longest I probably went was like in the early 90s. I probably went, 6 months, something like that. Very little playing. I just wasn't around it. I had moved into an apartment, didn't bring a guitar with me. Eventually I did, but for a while I didn't have one. But I can seriously go, I try to play every day if I can, but a lot of times I just don't. And then the other thing is that I find if I play too much, I'm at that age where it can start to work against you. It's not all, unicorns and rainbows by practicing, 5 or 6 hours a day. At my age, that actually might be counterproductive. Kind of funny how that goes. Right, you have to be careful. But I find that I do practice a lot more, and I play almost every day, or probably every day, usually even, quite frankly, a couple of times a day, for a few extended periods when I have to learn something. Right, when I'm tasked to, I feel like I want to learn something, go through something. Even when I don't need to learn something, I just want to learn something. I tend to do that when I'm fooling around. Because what else am I doing? Just noodling around? I mean, there's only so much you can noodle around. Just to warm up, maybe. But eventually, it's got to be something with there's an objective by the end of it. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just randomly pick a song off of Ultimate Guitar or a solo that I've been meaning to learn and see if I can get into it. See if I can learn it. That's usually a good place to go. Yeah, at that age, too, I'm 52, it sucks. I hold the guitar for hours at a time, playing, practicing. Not all the same. No, see, that's exactly it. So I'm trying to concentrate more with the practice. Like, just trying to do something new. Trying to learn new chord progression. You know, people are like, how do you know so many songs? Well, I try to learn a new song, like, all the time. Just so I know songs. Right? Breaks up the monotony of the songs you already know. 58 play like about a half hour every day. Now, they say that's the best. They say shorter periods every day is better than like 5 hours on Sunday. Right? That's a better approach. At least 4 hours a day. Wow. What's wrong with 52 besides your back? Yeah, wait till you get to 57. You wish you had the back you have now. Me, not nearly as much as I would like to these days. Well, that's just that's what happens, right? You don't have the time. You can't prioritize, right? When you're younger, you know, as much as we like to think how busy we were, we had more time. Now there's a million things to do, especially if you're a homeowner, you know, and cat owner. God forbid. Tend to play while watching TV. So let's just take a little vote here. This also came up too. How many people will play an electric guitar unplugged? Show of hands. My hand isn't going up. I don't play electric guitars unplugged. I like always plug in because I have my little rig and I put headphones on. I always play with my headphones on. If I play unplugged, I play an acoustic guitar. I have an acoustic. But I don't play an electric guitar unplugged. I could not believe how many people do that. That's like crazy to me. What is wrong with you? I play unplugged. Not me. I do it all the time. Nope. You saw the time watching TV? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Oh my God. Is it poll time? I think it's poll time. Okay, so let's start a poll. I play electric unplugged. I play plugged in always. And then we'll say I play acoustic. Well, we'll just go with those two. And can I dump that? I can. And there we go. There it goes. What's up, Leslie? I play a hollow body unplugged a lot. I don't think that counts, Fred. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm. Those are very acoustic guitars. You know what I'm saying? So if you're playing a hollow body, like an archtop style, kind of an acoustic guitar with a pickup on it. Why? That's just a waffle iron with a fax machine attached. And you want a wet, dry, wet setup in THU? I'm not sure because it's only a stereo path. I'd have to think about that, right? I suppose you could do it, but how you would achieve it, I guess, would be to run through a secondary mixer and then run one signal dry and then the others wet, just so you have both, right? And you just do it through a mixer section, but I'd have to think about the writing. You might have to add more amps to pull that off. A couple of dry amps along with 2 wet amps, right? You get the same result, but can't believe Unplugged is doing so well. What's wrong with you people? All right, we're going to end this poll. We end in this poll. Then I'm going to shame you all for playing electric guitar unplugged. What is wrong with you? See that technique? I don't think I can practice that on an unplugged guitar. Even that mute. That's how you get all your articulations, is through your articulations. You know, with your articulates and whatever. You do that through practice with the rig, through the rig. All right, I'm ending this poll. Ready? 3. Where's the poll ender? Right there. 3, 2, 1, and over. This poll is over. Kind of 60-40. I'm calling that 60-40. I know, getting kicked in the articulates. Really, what is wrong with you? Chana told me if I play unplugged, it is important to plug in from time to time. He's right about that. You should plug in there to really hear it. Well, thank you, Sawdust. Very much appreciated. 5 to 6 hours in high school. I don't know that I only got that kind of level when I worked at the music store, trying to kill time during the day. Many years later, home there with 4 dogs. Well, that'll keep you busy. Wife, kids, lucky to get an hour in a week. There you go. I'm looking your way, 4 dogs. Because I have 4 cats and they're already work. Dogs are infinitely more work than cats. It's not even close. Feel like you can hear it. What's up, Ricky? What's up, Ian? Any Father's Day plans? Yeah, I think we're gonna do a barbecue. Gonna do the barbecue. And just as an aside, you know, speaking of Father's Day and televisions, Look, they go hand in hand. Oh Christ, my thing just wigged out on me here. Like, let me know if I stall or just go out. Jesus, I don't like the look of that. What the hell is wrong with you? Do I need an update? Do I need to check for updates? No? I probably won't do an update while I'm going live. Jesus. All good here, good. So, now what the hell was I saying? Father's Day, doing barbecue. Gonna do the barbecue. Voice is out of sync with video. Check, check, 1, 2. I don't think I can stop and start it again. Had to start it, but it's okay. All right. It's in sync there. It's all good here. No sync issues. Good, good, good. Nice. No, you can't come over, SFB. It's all my barbecue. I'm going brisket, I'm pretty sure. I'm going brisket. Last time I got it was really good. Terry tells me everything's good. 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 Good to hear. Good to hear. But aside thing, talking about Father's Day in televisions, we got off on televisions. I have been, I got the FOMO for the Hisense U8H. It's about to be replaced by the U8K, but the U8H is like $650, and its replacement, the U8K, which will be a better TV, is $12.99. It's not going to be that much better. And I have heard that this, if you go to the ratings and they break down like the quality of picture and a bunch of scenarios, regular TV, sports TV, Blu-ray movies, high dynamic range movies, all this stuff. Out of 350 TVs rated, it ranks 6th. I mean, for $650, and they're going to go away, right? They're being discontinued for the K series. They're kind of blowing them out at they're comparing, the screen can hit. It's rated at 1,500 nits. It's been measured up to 2,000 nits. My TV over there, which is $149, Black Friday special, peaks out at 250 nits. It would literally be 10 times brighter than that. Just saying. And I'm sure the new one will be better, but it's also going to be more expensive, and it's going to take another year before it's cheap, and it's like you got to buy these things when they're cheap. I'll gladly buy last year's flagship if it's half price, I do like the sound of this guitar. Hit Wolfie Cam. Yeah, someone mentioned in the comments earlier about Wolfie getting a SIG model. EVH SIG, I'm assuming. Just happen to be alive this year. The older we get, the more we appreciate it. I don't want to read too much into it, but I do some work at, people's houses for, I do some IT work. And I went to go see a friend recently to do a little bit of IT work. And she's like, we got to get things done. You only have so much time on this earth. And, I'm sure it's a light comment, but it's like, is there something you're saying? I hope you're okay. Jesus, you're worrying me over here. I'm sure it's nothing, but Jesus. A couple of times she was like, you never know how many days you're going to have left. I'm like, is there something on your mind? I did see that Ola England interview. I didn't see the whole thing, but I did catch large parts of it. I'm down the mini LED panel friggin' hole right now. I'm in the hole. 30 days in the hole. Oh, welcome, Sawdust. Oh my God, we have a new member. Oh, guys, get your shame bells ready. Sawdust. We're going to give you a pamphlet entitled "So You Decided to Ruin Your Life and Become a Member of Cool Bro." Now you can bask in all the special emojis. And enjoy the privileges that come with being a cool bro. You flicked your Bic lighter for him. I was hoping at least one person was going to do that. Yeah, lighters do stay hot. I did see Sawdust donate a little bit a while ago. I thought I did. Did I mention that, Sawdust? I thought I did. Yeah, 5 to 6 hours a day, lucky, 4 dogs. That's all we got off on the cats and dogs thing. Cats and dogs living together. Wah, wah. Cell phones are the new lighters. All right. I do have one little announcement. Let me see if I can. Could be a bit tricky. Is it going to be tricky, or is it not going to be tricky? You never know. You never know. Oh, it's going to work. It's going to work. Okay. All right. There we go. So I do have an announcement for some of you out there. I know some of you will appreciate this announcement. Not all of you. The rest of you, whatever. This is for the group that's into this, of which I am one. I am elated to announce to my friends who also love Reggae Kiss that their new album dropped yesterday. Instead of Love Gun, it's Love Mon. And it came out June 16th, 2023. Oh, 11 tracks of Kiss, Reggae Kiss goodness. War Machine, a ska version. Of course, we got Strutter. Deep cuts like Exciter Who Wants to Be Lonely? These are not big top Kiss songs. I mean, they're going deep. Of course, Do You Love Me? Great. They went to Psycho Circus, which I thought was crazy. I got a little psycho. Old School got the Hotter Than Hell. Hide Your Heart. Again, deep cuts. This whole album is like heavy on the deep cuts. And then, of course, I Was Made for Loving You. Heaven's on Fire. And the love theme from Kiss, which is from the first friggin' album. Again, such a deep cut. The love theme from Kiss. That's crazy. I was like, you know what? These guys, that's deep level Kiss love right there. Okay. To pull out some of these really deep cuts rather than just stick with all the popular songs. Like the first two albums were mostly like big, Kiss songs. Got the deep cuts going here. And there's a huge catalog. They did not have to do this. Kiss's catalog is so huge. They could have mined those first, 6 albums for a whole bunch of tunes. First 8 albums. But they didn't. They went deep. And I'm pretty happy about it. I saw this show up last night, and I stayed up and listened to the whole thing from end to end, and loved it. I wanted more. I wish that they had done even more. I'm a huge fan of Reggae Kiss, and now Reggae Kiss has a new release, and they're up to 3 albums: the original Reggae Kiss, remasked, and of course Love Mon. And I love them. Big fan. Count me as a fan. So I was super stoked to see that happen. Quite frankly, I wanted more songs. I wish they did even more tunes, but I hope they're making money from it. I hope that Kiss is inviting them on the Kiss cruise and all that stuff, because they're pretty damn good. Check them out on YouTube. There's a ton of videos of them playing. They're really good band. Really good. Kiss is shameless, but Reggae Kiss is pure. Experience with the Zoom H4n recorders are similar. Yeah, they're pretty damn good. Just, you really got to check the the settings for a limiter, because then you're never going to overtake it. When I did some stuff in the NAMM show, I set the mic up, I want to say, for kind of like very sensitive, but a massive limiter on it. And that worked great. And the Toshiba Tascam. The Tascam, I don't think the Zoom does this, but the Tascam, you could record 2 streams simultaneously, one at like a minus 12 dB. So you never had to worry about, pop oversaturating. You always would have good volume if things got nutty. But I'm pretty sure that Zoom, and that XY mic sounds pretty damn good. So you could use the XY mic and try and record stereo, but you'd be much better off to, I would say, I don't know how many tracks. I think you can only do 4 at once. You'd have to get to 6 if you want to do the stereo cross pair plus like 4 extra mics. Do the snare, the hi-hat, the bass, and I don't know, like 1 tom or something like that, just to have a nice tight kit. So, I was scrolling through the TV, and I came across Scooby-Doo and Kiss together at last. It was a Scooby-Doo and Kiss, mystery, where Scooby-Doo teams up with Kiss to solve the mystery. Old Man Jenkins. Good to see you, man. I'm here every week. But I know it's a busy time for people. Let's see Kiss make an appearance on Batman, yeah. Would have gotten away with it, exactly, for the meddling kids. Kiss movie wasn't enough. Imagine that Kiss movie on that new Hisense TV. Stunning. She's looking for someone, but it's not Kith. What a read. Like puzzled. She's looking for somebody, but it's not Kiss. I'm stumped. Who would look for someone other than Kiss? It doesn't make sense. I get the trailer finished? No. I did make a little bit of headway, though. Let's see if I can find a pic for you. Oh, yeah. When dinosaurs roam the earth. She's like, well, it's a pretty big bird right there. Yeah, here we go. I installed, and I fixed the trailer lights. That's all done. We talked about that last week. But this week, the only thing that's new, again, it's kind of rainy this week, and I was kind of busy. The only thing I was able to do this week is I installed a couple of the, eyelets in the frame. The holes were already here. So, I just installed, some 1/2 inch, that's a 1/2 inch bar. And it goes through on the other side. There's, lock washers and, nuts on the other side to keep it in. It's look. Did you see that? Look at the friggin' pollen. It is insane. Here's the other one. Yeah, right there. Right there. And that's, what's that, E304 steel? I think it's 304. Which is, I think 314 is the marine grade, but it's kind of dull. I went with the shinier stuff, which is still really good at, it's very corrosion resistant. The 400 stuff is got more strength. More tensile strength, but it's more can easily be corroded. So yeah, there's another shot of it. We're getting there. I don't know if I have another. Oh, Jesus. It just crashed that page. Oh, snaps. Yeah. Yeah, it's snaps. She's right there. Snaps. Pissing me off. Yep, there it is. You see one there, and one there. I also got the chains. I got 2 chains. You can just call me 2 chains. Oh, it came relicked. Yeah, God, that thing was in such tough shape when I got it. Getting there, though. I would say I'm very close to getting the wood. Now that I have the chains. Now that I just have to tuck up the rest of the wiring and sort of permanently mount the harness. And that's it. And then I can take it to the Home Depot and actually buy the wood. Can't get the wood home I have to take the wood home in that trailer. The only way to get the wood home. What size TV are you looking at? The largest I can go. So it all started, they're having a sale on the TVs, and I paid $149 for that TV. It's direct lit though. It's not edge lit. It's a great TV. It's actually not that bad, but it's IPS, so good wide angle viewing. But I don't look at it I look at it straight on. That doesn't really matter to me. So I was looking at the TCL, right? The 5 Series. I was looking at the 50. I think they're $399, maybe $369, something like that. U6H, right? But then someone was like, "Oh, the U7H is like really a lot better. It's like a big step up." And then people were like, "Well, if you're gonna go to the U7H, which is like $550, the U8H is $650, and it's got the brightness of a $4,000 TV, right? It's got the specs of a TV costing 2 to 3 times as much." And I was like, you're upselling me here. The upsell is working. So, I think Best Buy is probably, I can get it from Amazon, but I don't trust the delivery on that stuff. I want to go get it. That stuff isn't supposed to be laid flat. It's supposed to be like upright. I don't trust it. I see them throwing that on my front porch, and I'm not having it. I would rather order it from Best Buy and then just go. I can get it in like Braintree or Framingham. I think have them in stock. Burlington. So I can just go to one of those and actually get it and take it out. And you're really supposed to put it upright in your back seat. You're not supposed to lay it flat, because if you lay it flat and you hit a bounce, you can crack the screen. Right? The screen's too big. You'll crack the screen. So the U8H, I think the smallest I can get is the 55, but they say there is no panel difference between the 55, 65, and 75 on that particular model. Not all TVs are like that, but apparently that TV, there's really no difference in spec. They're not measuring like crazy measurement differences between the 55, the 65, and the 75, so I'd get the 55. Pick it up with the trailer? Yeah, I think you got to pick it up. U8 Hisense, I think last year, were the best TVs for the money. Yeah, and right now they're, instead of $999, they're like down to $699, and now they're down to like $650. I mean, for $650, you start to say, it'd probably be a big upgrade from my $149 Westinghouse I got in 2019. On Black Friday, which was a huge upgrade from my prior TV. So I don't trust online TVs ever. I learned my lesson. Oh, no, you can't get it. TVs are very difficult to get. In fact, I don't even like getting monitors shipped to me. I do that under protest. But, there's no way to get the price to get a 4K, monitor for $250. It's hard to get those kind of prices. Have it delivered to Best Buy in New Hampshire, avoid the tax. I could, but it's a bit of a drive for me, and the tax is only $40. It might cost me $40 to go get it. It might not be worth it. Sky Pop, you have a Hisense? You've been happy with it? It's got Google TV. This is Roku. That's a Roku TV. What I found was I found a 2160 HDR. I don't have this hooked up to the internet, but I did find a 2160 HDR like demo video, right? One of those things that it's not a lot of movement. I think they do that on purpose because they want to show the tearing on the TV, right? It's a lot of still shots that seem to fade in with a little bit of movement, right? I'm noticing that, right? But I put it on that TV and I was like, wow, because it flipped into HDR mode, which I've never seen it do. And when I get HDR when I go to 4K mode and it's doing HDR, I don't know what format they're sending. If they're sending, Dolby something, or instead of HDR10, or but it's got black lift, right? All the blacks are grayed out. Like, it's as if you weren't running it through HDR, or it doesn't know that it's HDR. It never hits HDR mode, and I can't force it. Patrick says, I have a 50-inch TV by Roku, yeah. Get the 60C, yeah. I think it's only 55 and 65. I think it's 55, 65, 75. 65 would just be too big. Even the 55 is going to be pushing it to get it in that space. The reality is, I'm going to need the trailer finished to get a TV over 50. Yeah, I might be stuck with that TCL. Won't be able to get a 55 home. So, they've already announced this new season's models, and last year's models are getting blown out. Or at least it seems that way. Maybe I could save some money if I waited till November, but measure the space. No, I did. It's an extra 2 inches on each side. I've already measured it out with a tape measure. I'm not buying a new TV. You're buying a new TV. How dare you? I am sweating so bad. It's so freaking humid in here, and I can't turn the AC on. I'm schwitzing. Yeah, see, that was the only other one I was looking at. There was the TCL 6, but people say that the Hisense is better. That the new TCL 6.5, like, so 6.5, is really good, but I'd still go with that Hisense. Everyone, when you see people talk about the Hisense, they're like salivating. They're like, you cannot believe how good this TV is. So, look how friggin' sweaty I am. For Christ's sakes. God effing damn it. Now, the AC isn't down, but I can't run it when it's 60 degrees out. It's 60 degrees out and like 100% humidity because it's raining. So I can't turn the air conditioner on. I like the dew point around a good 30, 35. And right now the dew point's around 58, 60. I can't turn the AC on until it's at least 68 or 70 degrees. Can't turn it on. And it's only 60 degrees. I have the window open, and I'm sweating my ass off. And I have a fan blowing directly on me. It's not enough. It's goddamn humidity. Why can't you turn it on? It's not advisable to turn your central air on when the outside temperature, which is where the condenser coil is, right? And the compressor, it's outside. And when it's that cold out, can you cool your AC down too much? Actually, you can. You can cool it down too much and turn it into too much liquid. And so when it comes through the system, it doesn't completely vaporize and turn into a gas. It stays a partial liquid as it goes through. You got to be careful. You'll ruin your compressor. Turn your heat on to 70, then you can run the air. Yeah. Exactly, yeah, the Freon could even ice up. It's not advisable. You know, someone told me, oh, you can run it down to 55, but the HVAC tech was like, no way. He goes, the lowest I'd run to 68. He goes, even most HVAC techs don't want to run it below 70. He goes, they really don't. He goes, you're going to put a beat down on it. He goes, the compressor's going to have to work that much harder to compress it. Yeah. Oh, no, you can ruin it. You can absolutely. I had no idea either. But it was sounding like it was like being beat with a sledgehammer, like, you know, and it's the friggin', like, it sounded like my air compressor, right? Now it's quiet. It's beautiful. Like, it's all, and I don't want to, I'm so worried about screwing up the balance of the Freon in there, you know? And, because right now it's so quiet. It's working so great. I just don't want to screw that up. Vapor lock. Damn it, he's right. That's what it is. Vapor lock. Thank you. Exactly. You get vapor lock. You have to have it's actually designed to run at a much higher temperature than you think. They're assuming it's summertime and it's really freaking hot out. When it's cold out, they're like, why are you even running it? That's where mini splits are better. Mini splits, you can run the air conditioner, I think, down to like 45, 47 maybe, right? Whatever it's crossover to the heat pump, right? There's a point where it's much better at being a heat pump than it is an air conditioner. So it's not super efficient, but it will work and you're not going to damage it. It's very different. That's where a mini split's so much friggin' better than this big old, you know, central air. What am I hearing over there? That's the other reason I'm worried about putting a friggin' new TV over there. Is sometimes they come down the front and they put their paws on it. I'm worried they're going to break the screen. Used to get vapor lock on our airplane engine on a hot start, yeah. I wonder if that's what was happening in Germany. Because they couldn't start the engines till, like, we have to wait a little bit. We can't start the engines for like, it was like 30 minutes before they could start the engine again. Wasn't the whole hitting with a hammer the start of your problems. That wasn't me. That was the professional I hired. I really don't know Ugly Kid Joe. That's more of a 90s, right? Early 90s? You know who is coming around, though, that I think is pretty good is, who am I thinking of? No, I can't think of the name of the band. The Offspring. They had a bunch of hits. You know, Kids Are All Right. That's it. Right. Gotta keep them separated. Gotta use your ear balls. Something like that. Third time's a charm. You know, the Offspring's kind of a weird band. I used to just think they were okay. But I actually saw, I didn't see them live, but I saw like a live set they did. I gotta say, I was impressed. They brought a lot of energy, and the guy sounded like the friggin' record. He's a pretty damn good singer, actually. You know? And a fun fact about the lead singer in that band, he had the highest math score of any student in LA County, which I'm not going to lie, is a pretty big county. Dexter? You know? And wound up, after he got famous, he wound up going back and finally just going to Stanford. Because I think he felt like, you know, his music thing sort of like stopped the trajectory that he was on, which is probably going to go to Stanford and, you know, learn some discipline. But, yeah, literally the highest math score in all of LA County. Yeah, and then yeah, they've had a man. They had a string of hits. That when I think of the '90s, I do kind of think of that band. People forget it's a double stop there. What plug-in? I am playing THU. Did I order Badlands from TK? I did not. Are they out yet? I know they're supposed to be coming out right around now. The shipping, yeah. I thought it was supposed to be around now. The other thing I don't like about this guitar, noisy springs. Hear that? Damn it! Hate that. Got to put a block in there. Got to put a little sponge block in the back. When the guitar has its own reverb. Fretless said, you know what? I actually just take a little strip. What I do is I take the foam that comes in, believe it or not, Seymour Duncan pickups is really good foam, and I keep a bunch of it from the pickup. I don't throw that stuff away. And I just take a pair of scissors and just cut a little strip and just stick it across the strings, and that's all it takes. And the spring can move and just mash the foam. It doesn't make a difference. The neck on your Wolfgang Standard is probably the darkest roasted neck. Okay. The neck on that one of those Volas I have is really dark too. Spent a little extra time. In fact, I have two Volas. One's definitely more like a cafe, latte, and the other one is, not espresso, but it's pretty friggin' dark. It's a lot darker than the first one I got. They went extra heavy roasting. No pinch harmonics for nothing but pinch harmonics for 5 minutes? Sure. I'm in my Zach Wilde phase. Don't forget upstroke harmonics. Lola knows you love your coffee, so they made sure to roast the neck. Touché. I tell you, the neck on this is a great neck. It's such a wonderful carve on this. Really, really good necks. I haven't played the special, but this is the standard. The special has got the carved top, instead of the flat top. It's a lot cheaper to make a flat top. Oh, my baby. Where is my baby cat? She is a little fat. And she's got all that. Going up to the window. One of the darker roasted necks had higher sugar content. Yes, I don't know. Is the caramelization process, is it because it had more sugar or because it went longer or because it was at a higher temperature? Right? But I know what you're saying, right? It turns brown because of the sugars, right? The caramelization of the sugars. Yeah, like maple syrup. Yeah, they just coat them with a little maple syrup. Did I see the Lukather interview with Rick Beato? With Rock Beato? No, but I did see it with Rick Beato. I don't know this rock guy. But that was a while ago, dude. That wasn't this week, right? Yeah, maple is a sweet neck. No. Just scratch the couch. No. That's what it's there for. Yeah, Rock Beato is from Bedrock. And ever do any string sweeping? No, not really. Yeah, twist. There's a town I know where the kids all go called Bedrock. Twist. Now I gotta learn that. It feels like... That feels like Flintstones music. It's Hep. It's Hep Cat with the beat. Ba-ba-ba. One day you're going to have the bird's eye maple, all the bird's eye maple. I told you I worked for a company. They redid the Boston office, the Washington, D.C. office at 1776 I Street. And literally right down the road from the White House. You could see the White House as you walk, And when the renovations were done, I remember going down there for some IT work. And you walk in, and they had this enormous, and I do mean enormous, panel of bird's eye maple. I was like, oh my God, look at this. It's crazy. It's gorgeous. This big bird's eye maple entryway. Like, nice. Look at you with the bird's eye maple. Rock Lobster? No way. That's about an Idaho. You're thinking of no. Right? You gotta think of, it's a very specific riff. People tend to wing it, but it's that guy was a really good riff man. That's a great turnaround, great riff. So this week, this is the week of my leg break 20 years ago. This is that crappy week. I'll see if I can dig out some photos for next week. I'll show you some photos if I can find some. I actually lost a lot of photos from that. I lost a big window of photos when I had a hard drive. I had photos stored on a removable hard drive, like an external hard drive, and it like fell off my bench like onto a concrete floor, and that was it. It was all done, cooked, and I lost like literally probably 10,000 photos. Who knows? But yeah. Oh, we already did a little trailer update. Trailer's getting there. It looks like that right now. How much did it cost you? What's the broken leg? I had insurance at the time, but I remember they couldn't figure out my insurance, so they sent me a bill. And 8 days in the hospital, the fixing of the leg, and other incidentals. And it was, I want to say, $69,000. About $69,000. That was in 2003. It was 20 years ago. But luckily, I didn't have to pay that. You know, just the surgery itself, I think, was $39,000, and then the rest, right? Just that 2.5 hours. Yeah, $69,000 for a leg break. Yeah, but you know, it's a surgery. Needed surgery. Really, it was a surgery. Oh, look at you, Tony. Very, extremely generous, man. Yeah. No, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. That was it's a very severe leg break. You know, it was a crazy year. I'll have to do it. You know, I would start it right now, but we only have 40 minutes left, and I don't know if I can tell this story in 40 minutes. I don't think I can. It starts I break my leg in June, but the story starts in January. It starts in January, and it happens, you know. So, luckily, we had also gone to Costa Rica. I didn't break it in Costa Rica because we were in some pretty remote places in Costa Rica. I feel like other than when we were in San Jose, it felt pretty rural. You know, we were like kind of out in the middle of nowhere. How'd I break my leg? Crashed a motorbike at a high rate of speed. And that'll do it. Luckily, I didn't hit another car. I'd probably be dead. How's your leg now? It's still crappy. In fact, both of my legs got really damaged in it, and they've never really recovered. It's been sort of a permanent injury. You know? Yeah, like one of those, you know how you rent the mopeds, scooters, whatever they call them, you know, in Bermuda. You can rent the moped, scoot around the island. Oh, I scooted all right. Lower leg, yes, my tibial plateau. Who could forget? My right tibial plateau. Yeah. Those things can be fast and unsafe, especially when I'm on it. Yeah, no, it got fast and unsafe, and I only proved how unsafe it was. you know. And you know what? And I'll give you the other thing is, if you're not used to riding on the left side of the road, you shouldn't drive around. It is hard to get your brain to switch. I'm very lucky I didn't get killed by a car just driving up the wrong side of the road. I was not. You're so used to driving on the right side of the road and all the skills that go with driving on the right side of the road. Now you're driving on the left side of the road. And the rules are completely the opposite. Now you can take a left turn with impunity, like you can take a right turn with impunity, you know, on the right side of the road. You have to be careful when you're taking a right because you're crossing over. You have to be careful when you're taking a left onto a road to take it onto the hard left and not onto the right side of the road, which is so hard to break out of that mentality. It really is. You know, I'll say that for as bad as my leg was, and you know, it was bad. There was a girl there, she was tore up. She had a big cut on her face. Felt bad for her. And they have roundabouts, exactly. You know. And the last time I had ridden a bike was when I was a kid, you know, when I had mini bikes. I did get the extra insurance though, not to cover my injury, but to cover like if any damage to the bike or any damage I caused to anybody else. I got like the extra car and vehicle insurance, you know. Because that thing was totaled. You think I was bad? You should have seen that bike. I know, I gotta stop hitting the nitrous button. It'll buff out. It'll be fine. Yeah. I had the road rash. You ever have real bad road rash? You ever have like road rash like down the entire one side of your body? It sucks. Road rash blows. You know, pretty much scraped all the skin off my right side. Yeah, it's morphine. Morphine when you're down in the UK, but they don't use morphine in the States. It's different. And they both have their downsides. Morphine, you're fine when you're sitting, but as soon as you move around, you get nauseous. And the problem with the stuff in the States, it's something ending in odone, something done. Right? It messed with my head. Like really messing with like my head and my emotions. Like uncontrollable. Like completely uncontrollable. It was like weird. As soon as I went off that med, it all cleared right up. It was definitely that. I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? You know? But it's it's something. Does mess with your head. God, I can remember almost every minute in that whole ordeal. I'll put together a slideshow. I'll have to put together a little. I'll probably have some photos. I definitely have photos from Costa Rica, because luckily those were still on the camera when the hard drive crashed. But unfortunately, I didn't have. The other stuff backed up. You know, this is long before. You know, I broke my leg in 2003. I had a brand new camera that I had just bought, a brand new Nikon. Well, my third Nikon digital camera, fourth Nikon digital camera. And, you know, you stored everything on a hard drive. There was no Google backup. It didn't exist. It does make you emotional. It does. It does. It really, it's crazy. It's crazy. I can remember like the news stories that week. You know, a bunch of them. They're not good. Oh, the Laden. No, it was like, you know, oxyhydrocodone or something. It wasn't oxy, it was like hydrocodone or some crap. I forget what it was. It was like some weird. I mean, it was effective, but not really. I remember waking up and being miserable. I remember yelling at the nurses, being, oh, you're not in a good place. Not in a good place at all. Horrible. Horrible. Oh, it got bad. It got real bad before it got good. It took a long time too. And I have no patience. That took forever. It's funny because I remember you know, one of the doctors, one of the younger guys telling me, he's like, the reality is this is a 2 to 5 year injury. I was like, really? He goes, easily. He goes, this is a major bone in your body. That's going to take a long time to heal. He goes, and you have severe damage in there. He goes, you may never fully recover, but you're certainly going to feel the effects of this for at least 2 to 5 years. Minimum 2 years. All right? Oxycontin is the brand name. Hydrocodone is the drug. And oh, there it is. That's probably what it was. But it was in a drip. God, you get so many IVs. And then they're constantly marking your feet up because they want to check to make sure that you have sensation. So what they do is they touch your foot, and then they take a marker and they put an X where the last time they felt you said, yeah, I can feel that. They put a little mark on it. And then later on they come back, they tap the same spot. Can you still feel this? Yeah, I can. Okay. On the bright side, your arms and hands are safe to stir up and guitar. I tell you, it wasn't just that, Overlord. You get a special traction bed, which means that in addition to being in the bed, there are bars overhead, and you need those bars to pull yourself up out of the friggin' bed. It's hard to get up, right? You're so beat down, and your leg has got an enormous cast on it. It's not really it's like a Velcro and like aluminum cast, right? It's not a plaster cast, right? And it can bend at the knee. And but just to get out of bed, you needed that overhead to pull yourself up and to be able to sit up. My God, what a nightmare! What a friggin' nightmare that whole thing. And I remember a couple of doors down from me was a kid who had like a broken leg, but like also a broken arm, you know. And I felt bad for him because I knew it was even that much harder. I only had one broken leg, you know. What's so funny is that I really didn't think it was that bad. I was like in a complete, you know, denial or just misunderstanding of just how bad it was. And until the nurse came and started talking to me about it. And I was like, oh, there's a scar on the back of my leg? She's like, yeah. That's the scar. Because I can only see the scar on the front. She's like, yeah, that is the scar. I'm like, well, how long is it? She's like, I don't know, like this long? like, get the fuck out of here. She's like, no, seriously. I had to go get my digital camera. I want you to take a picture of it and show it to me on my camera because I couldn't see it. I couldn't move my leg to see it. She got the camera, took a picture of it, and showed it to me. I was like, holy shit. Oh, my God. That's really, she goes, yeah, you were in a major accident. You have major leg surgery. I'm like, oh, my God. I just, you don't know. I'm only seeing the top of my leg. I don't realize the back of it is where it is. I'm seeing stitches in the front. I'm thinking they went in on arthroscopically. Of course, they put arthroscopic in there and they pulled it all together again. And minimal, evasive, all this stuff. Please, they filleted me like a sardine. He did she goes, no, it's a classic Z cut, what we call a Z formation. I'm like, which goes down the back of my thigh, across the back of my knee, right, where your leg is, across the back part, and then down the back of my calf, almost to my ankle. Rip that fillet open and get to that bone. Oh, my wife says that. She goes, your legs were fine until the accident. Now they're like, yeah, the leg modeling career is over. It was, it was pretty bad. Really bad. So I figured something out the other day. I get this weird... So apparently there's a Steve from Boston who's a political dude. Because I had to go through this huge, thing with Facebook about proving who I was and all this stuff. This is a couple of years ago. This is in 2018, 2019 maybe. And all of a sudden they were like, you have to verify yourself for political ads. I'm like, I'm a guitar channel, but there's no talking to them. So I just went through the motions. And now they're like, your ability to advertise is going to expire. I'm like, okay. I don't give a shit. I don't advertise on Facebook. I run a guitar channel. And we do everything but politics. We literally try to actively stay away from that because people don't come here for that. They come here to get away from that. So I don't know what's going on with Facebook. I think they have me confused. I think they got me confused with some other dude. Right, Boston Steve. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe there a guy named Boston Steve. So they see Steve from Boston. And they're just confusing it. Lord knows they couldn't take a look. Exactly. I'm guitar political, which is apolitical. Did someone say politics? What's your views on abortion? I'm for it. As many as we can possibly have everywhere. So yeah, I think there's some confusion going on there. And I didn't put it together. I'm like, why do they keep doing this? Why? And they're going, you're going to be shut off. You're not going to be able to run political ads. I'm like, okay. No one gives a shit. Exactly. Long-term abortion. Up to 25 years. That sounds about right. I'm only political when it comes to pineapple pizza. Yes. If I am elected, I promise to ban all pineapple pizza, and anyone who have ever known to consume it will be jailed immediately. But be careful about writing too much of that in the comments, because you're gonna get they're gonna see that Facebook is gonna read into this shit. I mean, YouTube is gonna read into this, and they're gonna like say, that last video you did may have contained some controversial material. You will have limited advertising access as because of it. So be careful. They're gonna see that in the friggin' feed. They're gonna be like, "What the hell is he talking about?" Technically, a tomato is a fruit, right? Exactly. Listen, you can't take on big pineapple. The pineapple industry, you can't take on big pineapple. Everybody knows that. Yes, it is seeds on the inside, right? What's the only fruit with the seeds on the outside? The strawberry? What's up, Music Therapy Laz? Good to see you, man. Tomato never took off as a hand fruit. Probably the lack of sweetness is what did it. Yeah, tomato's about as sweet as a cucumber. You take turmeric for inflammation. No, but Speaker gave me some capsaicin salve, a balm, if you will, to go on the hands. But I don't know if it's arthritis or if it's I don't know what it is. But I do have I got a touch of the claw hand. Yeah, turmeric does wonders, yeah. Just a touch. The craw. You're on the turmeric? You turmeric and hard over there? Love turmeric on everything, including clams. You got a turmeric your guitar. I thank you, Music Therapy Laz, very much. Happy Father's Day, Pixie. Just loving life over here. Hope you're having a great day. Yeah, who's on my my Father's Day dudes out there? Happy Father's Day. Like I said earlier, we will be doing the barbecue. I'm going brisket. It's kind of summery, so I'll probably do the, what am I going with? Potato salad for a side. Maybe the green beans, which are spicy. Spicy green beans. Am I going with the blackened corn, the black-eyed peas? What am I doing? I think I'm definitely doing the potato salad. The potato salad is really good. See, I can't do mashed potato. It's too hot out. Have a good one, Sean. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, my leg. I gotta stretch. Oh, much better. Grilling beets. How dare you? That sounds like a vegetable. No, meats. I think you meant to say meats. Beets. Meats. You grill meats. Beets. How dare you? I'm just going to chalk that up as a typo. you still have your AliExpress Vi7 string? I do. I think it's right there. See the headstock right there, peeking up from behind the couch. Yeah, maybe he meant grilling beaks. I'll tell you, when we were in Costa Rica one day, they had they have a buffet every night at the at the hotel, and if your package comes with the buffet, you can just or you can pay your way in, but ours came with it, so you show up and get a card. And one of the nights, I forget if it was Wednesday night, we got there on I think we flew there on Sunday, took all day Sunday, and we had things on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and I want to say it might have been Wednesday night that they had grilled lobsters, just lobsters, like literally cut in half and thrown on a grill. Those are really good. Those are really friggin' good. Those grilled lobsters. And then I remember, I think it was that night, at one point, a small, and it was black, and it looked like it had a little white stripe. It kind of looked like a skunk, but I think it was a little smaller than a skunk. But it had skunk vibes all over it, and it came in to raid one of the tables, and people were running. They were like, "A skunk!" No, yeah, lobster it's a giant, it's basically it's a sea bug. Closer to the insect world than the mammal world, that's for sure. The best lobster in the world here in Maine. I would agree. Maine lobster is probably the best worldwide. You know, the lobster that they had down, and you could tell the lobster that they had down in Costa Rica was a smaller lobster, thinner, right? It's not quite the same as a North Atlantic lobster. They're not the same. They're these, more, I think, warm water. Just like Prince Edward Island mussels. PEI is what you see in the menus around here. Prince Edward's Island, that bay. The mussels out of there, pretty good. It's like Ipswich clams. We're literally down to very, very minute places where to get stuff. It's Sex of the Sea gross. You have to try them with butter, dude. Just drench that sucker in butter. It's actually really sweet. It's actually really good. You wouldn't think it is. What you have to do, and the best way to do it is, you get it served to you with all the meat out of the shell, right? That's the barbaric part of it, you know. You just want to just load me up with a pile of lobster meat and a bunch of friggin' butter, and I'm good. I think my wife gets Monday off from work. I'm pretty sure she's got Monday off. I think my daughter's working. I think she has to work. But it's a camp. And, you know, I think there's no making the week one day shorter. She's a camp counselor at a camp, so they're doing it every day. Prince Edward Island here. Oh yeah, I represent the Maritimes. Yeah, I tell you, I've been to Prince Edward's Island. My grandfather was from Berry Mills, just outside of Moncton. So you know, we'd go up there to visit, and we'd take a trip out. I remember going to the island and going to this like little. They had like a playground, and it was like a spaceship. I remember crawling through the little spaceship up there. It was so cool. Okay. My lamp just fell over. It's still going. It's still okay, but it just took a little dive. And if dudes driving around selling lobster in Kansas City, just steaks, yeah. Well, that's what you realize is that's just how regional lobster is. You get so used to it, lobster and crab around here like nothing. And then just seafood in general. And then you go, you know, more inland, and it's very expensive. When I was up in Madison, Wisconsin, what do they do? The sockeye. It's like a fish fry. Fish fry is real huge. Everybody had a sign in the window for fish fry. This is like around the summer of 2000, which is, I think, a freshwater fish, right? Do-do-do. Tomatoes used to be regional too. Yeah, I believe that. Pretty much. Well, at one time, everything was regional. They just had a story about the origin of the Boston cream pie, and they basically said that there was a technology, an ingredient that we had, chocolate, that you just you couldn't really get, and luckily we had. Down in Dorchester at one of the lower mills, they had they probably were using a mill to grind the cocoa beans into a powder. $8.51, damn. Scotty fish fry, you bet, yeah. The South has crawdads. You know what I want to try, and I haven't, and people swear by it, is soft shell crab. I have not. Like what is it, like deep fried soft shell crab? I have not tried a soft. I have not tried a good soft. I don't think I've ever had soft shell. People swear by it; they love it. So I'm dying to try it. Is fluff still regional? I don't know. I feel like it shouldn't be with today's shipping, but it might be. Any new items coming in soon? The Volos is supposed to be here at some point. Donner had reached out to me. I just shot another video on the Hush guitar, and that'll be coming out this week. And what else? I think they want to do something for July too. Donner does, so I'll figure out. I'll pick a guitar, have them send it to me. Never eaten crab yet. You're 53. It's pretty good. Crab's good, especially in a crab meat pie, filled with butter and cream, and covered in breadcrumbs and baked. I'm just saying, there are worse things in life. You never heard of fluff? Never had a fluffernutter? Fluff. It's a type of marshmallow. We spread it on everything. Mainly peanut butter and fluff sandwiches, fluffernutter. Have a good one, Coots. Have a good one, Speaker. We'll talk soon, buddy. Have a good one, Ryan. Come down south, you get crawfish. Yeah. Now, is that something that's cooked whole and eaten shell and all, or is that something that you rip open like a peel and eat shrimp? You know, something like that. Guys would sound better with tubes. Why, I oughta. Hey, you better be kidding. Tubes ain't got nothing on me. I did see The Who play that tune, but it was a really bad show. They had really cut the volume down. People complained it was too loud, which was bullshit. I think it was just the wind that was blowing the sound into the town a little bit. Uh-oh. Something was scary. And nothing out front. Last time she ran like that, it was a deer. have something at the window. The window's, no. Nothing right there. It's got a big chicken wire bolted into it anyway. It would take a lot for an animal to get through that window now. Used to be wide open, but now it's... Oh, now she's back up. What do you guys look? What are you doing? What's going on, you goobies? Own any acoustics? Yeah, I own a bunch, actually. I had them out today. I was sort of comparing the, the travel guitar to a full-size acoustic, just for the lugging around part. It's hard to compare them acoustically because one's a solid body electric and one's a acoustic electric. But just in terms of like having to schlep around a bag, the differences are stark. All right, dudes. Well, it is 8:59. We're beginning our descent. The pilot is switched on. The fasten your seatbelts, and this plane is a landing. Super thanks to everyone who hung out tonight. Super extra special thanks to anyone who contributed. I really appreciate that, especially Tony. That is very extremely generous, and you've convinced me. I am going to get the 88H. All your generous contributions have probably pushed me into that new TV. Okay? And we'll do it all again in a week. I do have that Donner video coming out this week. It should be out. I'm hoping Monday. I mean, it could be Tuesday, but I'm hoping Monday. And then, we'll do it all again a week from now. And, of course, a bro fist to my mod squad. Hashtag brofist. Hashtag mod squad. And we will do it all again next week. Dude, you're getting a Donner. It's a Donnier. Yeah, happy Father's Day to everybody, all my dad buddies out there. Happy Father's Day to you. Have a chicken wing. Grab yourself a burger and a dog and a chicken wing. Have yourself a nice Father's Day, lunch. And there you have it. And there you go. And thanks to anyone who joined tonight. I think we had one or two people that joined. At least one person joined. That's always fun to see. So you decided to throw your life away. All right. You rock. I'll see you guys in a week. Until then, have a wonderful week. And we'll do it all again in a week. And there you have it. All right, dudes. No, you rock. I'll see you next week. Have a wonderful week. And there you go. Later.